Stupid. Does it look like a smiley face? Yeah, you can kind of see a smiley face, right? Yeah. Wait. Oh fuck, I'm recording! Holy shit, I'm recording! I can't believe I forgot. I'm supposed to be recording. It's like, it's almost as if I forgot something happened. And I'm supposed to be recording, and I don't know, I forgot, you know, like maybe I did something and, you know, I didn't realize, you know, people would just smile and forgive me. I guess I kind of forgot. And, you know, I almost snapped, though, because, you know, some people put thumbs down on my videos. I just can't take it no more, you know what I mean? I get so angry. I want to ruin fantasies. Where am I going with this? I mean, I don't even know. I got the thing showing that I'm live. Excuse me. Because I can guarantee you, whatever I'm doing, most of you will find it to be more enjoyable than what I'm doing. Most of you. Monday Night Raw. As I've sat here for 10 minutes. Or 10 minutes. Well, I've sat here for 10 minutes thinking about what I want to say. What? Man. What do you say? What do you say about Monday Night Raw tonight? Was it good? Or was it bad? Interesting question, that is. You know, we started off the night with, you know, Stephanie McMahon's going to address Ronda Rousey and the Raw Women's Championship situation. Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We get told, you know, some matches that are going to happen tonight. Oh, Triple H is going to address Batista. And I'll talk about that. I actually liked that segment. What is the best way to talk about tonight's Raw? I mean, I'm tired. I had a long week putting stuff together, and I just, you know, just a rough week in general, you know what I mean? And just, you know, I'm remodeling the house. That's interesting, right? You know, remodeling the house. You guys will get a little bit of that in my my vlog that I'm posting this week on Patreon. Speaking of, you can go to my Patreon if you'd like to be a Patreon supporter. But I sit here, and like I said, I sat here for like 10 minutes, and I really, really thought to myself, what are you gonna say? What could you possibly say that would make this show make any sense? I mean, am I forgetting something? Did I miss something? Did something happen over the course of the last 5 months? Or am I delusional? Did I not see what I thought I saw? Maybe it's that whole parallel universe thing, right? That happens, correct? Parallel universes, that's a thing, correct? Well, that's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. I mean, I don't know. Another question. Is there a brand split, or am I imagining that as well? I'm not sure. I thought we had a brand split, but apparently that doesn't matter. Again, am I just dreaming these things? Did they really happen? Or am I just crazy and just delusional? And what I think I thought was a thing isn't actually a thing at all. I don't know. I honestly can't say if I know. Insane times this is. As I sit here, Monday Night Raw, what do you say, man? This show has done 0 to build Fastlane, has done 0 outside of a couple things to build to WrestleMania. You know, it just... I just may sit here for 10 minutes or for 15, 20 minutes. I'll sit here for an hour and I'll just talk random shit. And I guarantee you it's better than what I got tonight on Monday Night Raw. I was going to come on here and I was like, you know what? I'm going to explode. I'm just going to explode. I'm just going to get mad, right? And now I find myself here laughing because I am so out of sort with what they did tonight that I honest to God don't know what to say. For the first time, I really don't know what to say, how to feel about this show. I'm flabbergasted. You know, we have a storyline building with Braun Strowman, McIntyre, and all those guys, right? And that story gets dropped. Like, just dropped like a fucking turd in the toilet that I drop in the morning before I do whatever I have to do during the day. You know, Raw was me after waking up at 6 a.m., going to the bathroom, and dropping a fucking gigantic turd. And that's what that storyline with Braun and those guys was. Just dropped it. For a Shield reunion and a match that has 0 build, no animosity between these guys outside of McIntyre. But why? I'm lost. Why? What happened here? Then you get that Shield reunion, which I'm not 1,000% okay with, because I mean I'm not 1,000% against, but it doesn't make sense. And that's where the issue lies, because it makes no sense that they did it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, because none of it, not even a little bit of it, makes sense. Then, let's talk about that Raw Women's Championship, shall we? Okay, Ronda left the championship. Okay, anytime I've seen that in wrestling where I'm going to lay the title down, I'm leaving it, that tells me I'm vacating the championship. I don't want it no more. I'm leaving it alone. And Stephanie literally said, The title's vacant. Okay. So we get to the end where we have Becky sign that fucking contract to say, this is going to be your Raw Women's Championship match at Fastlane. Okay. It's a match I've seen, 100 times, but, damn it, it'll probably be a good match. And it left me saying, I don't know who will win. Which is a plus, right? I don't know who will win, and that's always a good thing when you just don't know. Hey, maybe Charlotte will win, and we'll just get a rematch with Ronda. She'll show back up somehow, right? Or maybe, by God, maybe Becky wins by some miracle. Or Ronda screws over Becky, and we still get the triple threat, which is, at this point, best case scenario, because we know that's what's going to happen, and we've pretty much known that since, November? We've known it since November that that's the route they were going to take. But instead, we get what is, without a doubt in my mind, the absolute dumbest thing they could have done. Ronda Rousey, dressed in black, with the big ugly fucking Ronda on her sweatpants, her yoga pants, her spandex, whatever, coming out and saying, "What are you doing, Stephanie?" Well, doing what you left me with no choice to do. I didn't want to vacate the belt. I left it there to give you a week to think. I want my belt back. Really? Really? So, you decide, I'm going to leave the belt with you, Stephanie, so you can think. Just to say, well, no, I wasn't giving the belt up. I just said that I wasn't, I wasn't giving the belt up. I was just giving you some time to think. Then why'd you hand her the belt, you fucking idiot? Why didn't you just keep the belt and say, you know what, Stephanie? I'm going to take my belt and I'm going to leave with it because I'm fucking Ronda Rousey if you don't add Becky to this match. That would have made sense, right? Would have made a whole bunch of sense. Or even if Stephanie would have just came out and said, I am not sure what Ronda wanted me to do with this belt, so I've decided, my decision is I want to do this. And then she comes out and says, no, this isn't what I was going to do. That's not the plan. This is what I want. There's many different options. Many that they could have went with that would have made more sense than that fucking stupid shit that they did. Oh, we're going to have a Raw Women's match with Becky Lynch and Charlotte so that way we have a women's champion going in to WrestleMania. There's another big flaw here. There's this thing called the brand split, right? Now, in reality, the only person who's on SmackDown right now who should have any business dealing with Monday Night Raw is Becky Lynch because she won that fucking Royal Rumble, right? Now, maybe you can say Charlotte because she's been named #1 contender. But then we have these two SmackDown women competing for the Raw Championship while they're still active Raw competitors. Does that make sense? Okay, there is no more WrestleMania match. Now, what should that have really done? Well, Becky Lynch, you're automatically at WrestleMania because you won the Rumble. There's no more Ronda Rousey match. So Becky, here, you're no longer suspended. You get to go to WrestleMania. Charlotte, you'll wrestle such and such for the Women's Championship on Raw. No, we were going to have two SmackDown women competing for the Raw Women's Championship while you have 8 other fucking competitors on your Raw roster who had no shot. Why not Ruby Riott? Why not Natalya? Why not even Alexa Bliss at this point? Why not Mickie James? Why none of them? Why? At least make it look like you were going to do something. Give me the perception that you fucking care about them. No, they're just sitting back watching these women on SmackDown come onto their show and take their championship. which would have been dumb. But then you still got something even dumber with Ronda Rousey showing back up and saying, no, I wasn't giving up my belt. I just wanted you to think, Stephanie. Oh, give me my belt back. And then she goes, okay, here you go. So here's what we'll do. Charlotte's in the match. So if Becky wins, she can be added. But if she loses, she's out. That's it. She's done. Well, hold up a second. Hold up a second. Why must Becky win to get into this match? She already won the Royal Rumble to earn her spot in. What'd Charlotte do? Your daddy said she could be a part of it? That's it? How stupid is this? How blatantly stupid is it with what we're watching? And no, I'm not saying this because I'm a Ronda Rousey or I'm a Becky Lynch fan. And I've never really been king on Ronda Rousey, period. It just doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. What is the point? Why are we going this route? I was all for it. Go ahead, have your triple threat. Have your cake and eat it too. I don't care. Just make it a good story on the way there. But they can't even do that. Is it unpredictable? Sure. I didn't see this coming. But make it worth my while. Make it a story that I can care about. And on top of all of this, Ronda turns heel months after she should have. If you were going to turn this woman heel, it should have been after Survivor Series, when she was booed in the Staples Center there in LA. Why did you wait till a random Raw when, well, you know, Zach, the frustration just started to build. She looked pissed off that night. They were already throwing Becky chants at her then. Then she got her ass beaten. People cheered about it. That wasn't good enough for her to say, fuck you? No, now she had to say it now? Months and months later? Logic. Look up the definition of logical. And then tell me, what does it mean? I'll tell you what it doesn't mean. This garbage that I'm watching, that you're watching. The best thing that I saw on this show tonight was between two guys, one who's not even there, and another who's a very part-time wrestler who's coming off of an injury. Whoa. And it really shouldn't even be having a WrestleMania match. But that was the most interesting part. You know why? Because it was real. It was real. He had real emotion in that. I'm talking about Triple H and Batista. What they're doing is intriguing. Because Triple H came out and didn't cut your standard fucking promo. He says, this wasn't about Ric Flair. This is about Richard Fleer. However you say it, Fleer. Richard Fleer. You know, the man. He says, and you're not going to get the character. You're going to get the man. That was awesome. That was a great promo. That, I'm hooked. Give it to me, Batista and Triple H. And he brought real life shit. Batista, you've been online for 2 years bitching about what you want. Well, I'll give it to you. Just name where. Now, I'll give it to Ronda. Ronda's promo, where she said, screw your fantasy, screw your dreams, no more nice bitch, that was good. You know why? Because Ronda had intensity. Ronda had that aggressiveness, that real attitude that you know was there. What she did tonight is what she should have been doing for the whole year she's been there. So that I give her credit for. I've been nice. I've been trying to be entertaining for you. I've been professional. But, you know, fuck all that. Y'all have been disrespecting me. But it should have happened in November. We should have been talking about this in November. You know how much better all of this would have went? You know, if you didn't want to do it then, you could have done it after TLC. When she screwed both Charlotte and Becky out of the SmackDown Women's Championship. You could have started building it then. She showed up the night after TLC. You know what? I thought you all liked me. I thought you all were behind me. But you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you fans. You all cheered for Becky. You cheered for Charlotte over me. And I have busted my tail for you. I came to this profession to give you all something. And you all disrespected me. My home disrespected me. Screw all of you. Something to that degree would have made so much more sense, but instead, on a random Raw, because she got butthurt, now she's changed. You know, she's waited all this time. She was okay with everything. Kept going, oh, you know, a champion does this and a champion does that. Why was she not angry then? Why did she not have the anger then to say, screw all of you? You're chanting for Becky on a different brand. I got beat up with a kendo stick and you all liked it? Really? And to top it all off, she left her belt at the feet of her boss and walked away, and then came back to say, well, you know, I wasn't actually giving you the belt. I want my title back. Like a fucking child who left their toy and then decided later on when the toy was going to be given to someone else to play with, no, mommy. No, I want my toy back. Give me back my toy, mommy. This is the ridiculous shit that I have to endure, that you all have to endure. This is what we get. You know, I could have ranted more about the Shield thing because of the lack of logic. Should have that slapped across the screen. Logic. Dean Ambrose screws over Seth Rollins. Now, I'll give them credit on this. They made it where Rollins at first was very hesitant. And it took Roman telling him, you know what, man? Perspective. Life's short. We move on. We keep who's with us close. You know what? I will give them credit on that. That would make sense. If I'm someone near death, perhaps I'm more willing to forgive. Perhaps I am. Perhaps I'm more willing to just let things go. Because not everyone is willing to do that. That, I honestly do believe that's a real thing. I can say honestly that, yeah. Power rank my top 5 superstars after tonight's show. Little Fettuccine 69. Well, I'm going to give Ronda Rousey in that top 5 because that beatdown afterwards was pretty damn intense. I'm going to put Roman in that top 5, Seth in that top 5, and Black and Ricochet. That's who I'll put in my little thing. Sorry, I'm just now looking at my chat here. I apologize. I apologize. So, but sorry guys, I'm updating something to still waiting. Eventually they'll update this to where I can see that. I'm checking out the promo, right guys? That's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my promo here, or looking for the promos here because I'm waiting for them, right? You guys have to forgive me for a second. It's just logic. Logic. I mean, can Seth really... I mean, okay. Clearly, what happened doesn't make sense. With what Dean did to everyone, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting my stuff here. Okay? But I don't know. Tonight's Raw was a mess. It was just oops. It was a mess tonight. And I just what do you say? I've went on for like half an hour about this. I could probably end the video here and call it a night. I could call it a night right now. But I'll do my review. Because that's what I'm here for. Do my review and give you all my honest to God opinion. You know, this is probably actually one of my best rants in a long time. Took me a minute to get there. Took me a second to collect my thoughts to finally be like, you know, here's what I want to go with. Because legit, I sat here for 10 minutes. That's not a joke. I sat here for 10 minutes before I hit stream and thought to myself, what do you want to say? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to eat some fruit. I'm going to eat some fruit snacks while I wait. Because that seems more interesting than talking about Raw right now. You know, Dean Ambrose screwed over Seth. I do appreciate that they let Seth marinate on that. You know, Roman, I'll do whatever you want, man. You name it. He's probably thinking in his heart, he wants a title shot. Okay, cool. I want the band back together. Oh, I can't do everything. And it took Roman, who you would really probably see a guy like that be like, you know what, man? Let bygones be bygones. Just let it go. All right, we're friends. Brothers fight. And then Seth was in it 100%. So I can appreciate that. But still, just in one night, a week, you know, the Monday before pay-per-view. Yeah, let's forgive each other. And, oh, look, we got a match. What about that? Against a team we've had zero issues with at all since your absence. Drew's been taking credit for ruining the Shield, but we ain't had problems with all of those other guys. Not like this. Oh, what? Oh, they teased our thing. So Drew's like, we were going to challenge you to a match at WrestleMania or at Fastlane, an epic match. Look, Drew, you're awesome, but that was a dumb line. An epic match? Look, I'm all for Shield reunion because, yeah, I'll get to it, but it just the constant tease, it got ridiculous. I didn't get excited. I laughed a little bit, but that I guess that was normal. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say, you know? Just whatever. I'm going to run through the oh my god. I need a new line of work. I'm going to knock my fucking microphone over. Oh, I'm not going to get into all my Patreon and all of that today. It's late. No one wants to deal with it. I got an early morning tomorrow. I get to sand my floors tomorrow. So, if there's no SmackDown review tomorrow, it's just because I got too busy to stop and be able to actually watch SmackDown tomorrow night. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to stop at a decent time. So, or I hope so. I got a lot to do tomorrow night because I'm filled during the day. So, it's going to be a late night and then an even longer day the next day. But you guys can go to my Patreon, patreon.com/YoBroNation. You guys can join our, 6 tiers, executive producers, all that. You guys can also go to StreamLabs if you want to donate. Just simple as $1 is good. Same with Patreon. $1 a month will go good. $1 towards this and that. Awesome. TeePublic, we got 6 or 7 designs. I got 4 more designs coming this week. You guys can look at. Here, I'll let you guys look. These are my current designs on TeePublic. You guys can go there. You got all those designs. You guys are more than welcome to go on there. The t-shirts, the sale is over, but you guys can go there. I have new designs coming this weekend. I will unveil those designs at Fastlane. So, you guys are more than welcome to go check out the store. If you don't want to pay for nothing, just like this video, share this video with your friends, tell your friends about the channel, and you both subscribe. That's it. It's free, costs you nothing. It's much, much appreciated, and it will do wonders for everyone here on the channel. So now what do? I go ahead and I get into Monday Night Raw tonight. Because boy, oh boy, was Raw a good show. I need a drink, though. So Raw does kick off. Raw kicks off with the Roman Reigns. Real quick, though, before I get into that. Let me check and see if they're going to update their stuff. Little bastards. They're slowly adding stuff to this. Now they're getting there. By the time I get to it, I'm sure they'll have it. But alright, so yeah, like I said, the show kicked off with Roman Reigns. A little more mixed reaction this week than last week. Last week was people were much more in tune with Roman, to cheer Roman, to say, "Oh, Roman, you're fantastic." This week, more. I mean, understandably, last week the man came back. Hey, I don't have I don't have issues no more. I'm good, y'all. He was cheered, but then this week the Philly crowd was. I don't know. They were not as on board with Roman Reigns. So he comes out, he talks about how, last week was the comeback, this week we take back our yard. And I'm immediately thinking, oh, fuck. And he starts bringing up Seth, and I'm like, oh, no. He's like, so what I want, I have to address Seth. And I know the crowd was thinking it, because God knows I was thinking it. This guy's going to ask for his title shot. He's going to challenge Seth to take his title opportunity. And I think it's funny because everyone was already starting to think after last week. You heard it almost every podcast. Well, how long? How long till they push Roman? How long till they push him back to the spot where he was? When you got Seth Rollins, who's busted his ass to get here. And they're going to do it. They're going to do it now. Oh, he's going to challenge Seth. He's going to challenge Seth for a match for the WrestleMania title shot. And even Seth played it up when he came out beautifully. I'm going to take what you did last week. But, you say what you're wanting, and I understand it. You lost your title, so let's talk about it. But then Roman's like, no, that's not the problem. So, good swerve. Vince is like, look, we're going to fuck with their heads. They're going to think we're going to push Roman to the moon. No, we're still going to push Seth. Seth's going to lose. Now, Seth, I'm not going to make my official prediction, but now I'm going to tell you, in 5 weeks' time, Seth Rollins is going to lose at WrestleMania. There will be no Beast Slayer. Or he'll win, and Roman will beat him at the next pay-per-view. But, either way, because Roman's never beat Seth, by the way, in a one-on-one match. Remember that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to play the promo. I'm going to play it. And I'm just gonna let you all listen to it. So this is Roman Reigns. Well, if this will load. Yeah, I can't use this because obviously it sucks. So I guess it's saying fuck you, dude. You don't get to do that. Oh, there we go. So this is Roman Reigns at the beginning of Raw, and I'll just let you all listen.
Last week in Atlanta, that was the comeback.
Oh yeah, it's the comeback. It's the comeback, y'all. Ooh. We got some booze in there tonight.
This week in Philly, we take our yard back. I've had to think about my future. I've had to think about what I want. And to be honest, what I want, there's one man standing in my way.
See, he made it sound like he wanted that title.
Man,
That's what he made it sound that way. Had me going.
So in order for me to get what I want, I need to address him. So why don't we bring Seth out here?
Y'all just watch me stare at this. It's funny. I'm sorry, Alex.
I understand what it's like to have to vacate a title and never lose it. And if there's anybody out there that deserves an opportunity in Brock Lesnar as much as I do, it's you. So if that's where you're at, man, let's talk about it.
I thought you knew everything.
Well,
You're wrong.
saying mind games.
While I was gone, one person watched over this place. And it was this man, right here. Nobody has more confidence in you than I do. I've been in that ring with Brock. I know what it's going to take that championship. And I know you got what it
These
takes.
gummers are good.
So the only thing I got to say to you about Brock, the Universal Championship, and the main event of WrestleMania is good luck, my brother.
Plus, I love that new Seth Rollins shirt. I want that shirt.
I need a favor.
Anything you need, you know I got your back.
Anything.
Anything at all.
Handsy in the
I want
bathroom.
to get the band back together. One last time.
And that look on Seth's face like, oh man, really that?
Alright, I know I said anything but that. Anything but that.
Seth, no man. I'm good. You saw the look on his face last week and then they helped
After
him.
what Ambrose did on the night he did it, no way, man.
I want it. Do you guys want it?
Oh yeah.
Look, man. When I was out, I looked through a different perspective.
This is what makes sense to me. This makes sense to me.
We don't know how much time we actually have. Life is short, man. The most important things are the relationships that we have, and you two are my brothers, man. And I have no clue what's going on with him. I don't know if he's coming or going or what he's doing. All I know is he's making headlines. And I know I want one more moment with my brothers before we may not be around anymore.
You can respect from a perspective like his why that would make sense to him, even though Seth disagrees with it. This does kind of make sense. I just feel like it's a little rushed. If that makes sense, it feels like it's rushed.
Life is too short. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. You want the Shield one last time? Then for you, my brother, I'm in.
Philly, we got two. We need our third. Bring Ambrose out here right now.
And then beckons for Dean. Come on, Dean. So this is pretty much though where everything just kind of goes downhill, right? Dean doesn't even get a word in edgewise, all right? He doesn't. Dean doesn't get a single word in. Dean gets hit from behind by Elias, and then of course Seth and Roman, they kind of just they run him off, you know. They run him off. So that's what happened there. So for the opening, okay, like I was saying, it makes sense. Why Roman would feel the way Roman feels. Man, I had a second brush with death. I view this differently. You know, what Dean did, yeah, man, it sucks. But you know what? Life is short, and he's my brother. And, you know, Seth even said it later on when he saw him. Dude, brothers fight. So whether I'm fighting with you or fighting against you, you're my wrestling soulmate. Because we do know those two, even with Dean leaving, will always have that history together as team members, as champions together, and as enemies. So it all just makes perfect sense. It does. It's rushed. It feels rushed to me. I can appreciate that they at least tried to make it logical and that they let this story play out through the night. rather than giving it to you at the beginning and then, you know, showing, you know, hey, Seth's like, dude, I don't know. But Roman's like, man, come on, let it happen. Just, shh, Seth, just let it happen. Shh, Seth, it's normal. Seth, shh, Seth, it's normal. It's normal. No, Roman, shh, Seth, it's normal. Just let it happen. Some creepy shit like that. I don't know. You make it what you want of what was just happening in that scenario with those two. No, Roman. That's not where it goes, Roman. Shh, Seth, just let it happen. All right? I believe, Seth. So gross. Anyway, so yeah. Dean, though, after the attack from Elias with the guitar shot, he's mad. He's wanting nothing to do with those guys. But this would play out throughout the night. But after this, an interview with Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. McIntyre basically is like, look, dude, I broke the Shield up. What's happening out there is just a bunch of dudes who, you know, they're nothing. Then you get some more smack talk by them. You know, Baron Corbin talks about how many times do I have to beat up, you know, Kurt Angle? Because apparently they're having a 6-man tag with Braun Strowman and Finn Balor and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, who did very little in this match, by the way. You know, Corbin, how many more times do I have to do him? And then Lashley, I'm going to remind Finn Balor why he's wearing my Intercontinental Championship. Well, who the fuck is Balor facing at the pay-per-view? Is Balor not even on the pay-per-view? He goes from facing Brock Lesnar to winning a stupid handicap match to not even having a match? Or are they going to announce it on SmackDown? Oh, Lio Rush is going to face Finn Balor again. So that's the next match. This was a long match. Yeah, it took like a whole page up of notes. Holy shit. So your match is Braun Strowman, Kurt Angle, and Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. No official name for this team, but they're a team. So Braun starts the match with Corbin. He just takes it to Corbin. He pretty much runs him over. They're calling that thing where he runs around the outside as the Monster Train or Monster Freight or some stupid shit like that. You know, this match. I'm not even going to go over the match. I'll give you all the ending, but I am not going to go over this match beat by beat because it was a little ridiculous. You missed a bunch because there was like 3 commercial breaks. We're about 5 minutes long each during this thing. Just no. But the match was okay. It was a good 6-man tag, but how many times do I have to watch a 6-man tag on Raw involving Drew McIntyre? What happened? A few months ago, Drew's going to be pushed to the Universal Championship. Now, I don't even know what he's doing at WrestleMania. I have not an iota of a clue of what he's going to do. Not even a little. So what is going to happen? So, yeah, this match, you know, Lio Rush kept getting involved. Actually got involved at the end and really kind of cost him the match. Angle got into the ring. He started to fight back. When Angle got in, he looked pretty good. He was hitting some Germans, the ankle lock. He looked better. I think Kurt Angle in smaller doses is better for all of us. But McIntyre's team's wearing down Kurt Angle. He starts to fight back with Baron Corbin in the ring. He gets the tag in Strowman. Strowman comes in, runs through Corbin, hits him the running power slam, tags in Finn Balor. He hits a coup de grace. Lio Rush pulls him out, so he chases after Lio Rush. Bobby Lashley grabs him up, runs him into the post. So Braun Strowman comes down. He's running around the ring to run with that shoulder block. Ends up running through Lio Rush and through the barricade. They replayed that a couple times. It looked like it might hurt. Lio Rush probably, he got a bruise on his back or his butt. Who knows? So they're just kind of standing like, oh, shit. So Bobby Lashley gets back in the ring, spears Finn Balor. 1, 2, 3. His team wins. After the match, they punched Finn Balor, go to the outside, beat up Kurt Angle, run him face first into the steel steps, come back in, and then Lashley and Corbin double choke slam Finn Balor onto the steps, and then they pose. That was that. Match, like I said, was alright. It was an alright match. Nothing special. It was okay. Nothing to jump up and down for. It wasn't like this great thing, but it is what it is. So, and yeah, this is not the last time we're going to see these guys tonight. So Heavy Machinery, they do an interview. Of course, she brings up how, and this is what Charlie Caruso says, not everyone is happy that they're there. You know, they're upset about a lot of the NXT talent. So they show a backstage segment from earlier in the day with Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, the Ascension, and the B Team all sitting and essentially talking trash about Heavy Machinery and making fun of Otis, where Otis replies in a normal voice that he's sensitive and that his feelings are hurt. And Tucky says, don't worry, I'm going to talk to the McMahons and we're going to get back at them. All of them. Which leads to a match later on. So what? The gimmick for Heavy Machinery is going to be don't make Otis mad? I mean, no joke. This whole thing is starting to feel like a Jesse and Festus type thing. Not exactly, but it is. It's feeling like a Jesse and Festus type thing. It's ridiculous. So more happens with them in the night. So our next match is Natalya versus Ruby Riott. Man, is it me or have we seen that before? Or am I just delusional about everything, just like I have been with everything else? Am I still losing it? Am I still wrong? I mean, I don't know. Someone let me know, right? Am I still just I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Sorry guys, I'm just checking. I'm just making sure. There we go. Okay. So I get to save this to the playlist. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Alright, so that's on the playlist. Where was I? So yeah, this match. This was a short match. Ruby Riott's on a string of bad luck. Ruby Riott actually loses this match to Natalya. Natty puts in the sharpshooter. Ruby's trying to reverse it. She actually starts to roll through, but Natty rolls her into a small package, gets the 3 count. She gets out of the ring before Sarah Logan or Liv Morgan are able to get into the ring. Afterwards, Lacey Evans comes out, and she's just walking up and down. She's supposed to be getting heel heat, but she's really just getting, like, go-away heat because what is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? She's not wrestled. I don't give a fuck about that match. I've seen it. I've gave my opinion on that. I don't care. What is she doing? Why is Lacey Evans just walking in and walking out? That's it. That's all we're going to get from her. Why? Why? Stephanie McMahon's backstage. Michael J. I don't remember his last name, and Colin Joyce from SNL, who are part of your weekend update, are now going to be the special guest correspondents for WrestleMania. And Mr. Colin Joyce is apparently not getting things around there, and it becomes a gag throughout the night. I'm not going to go over the spots. Eventually, Braun Strowman chokes the fucker in the hallway because he asked him if any of that shit's even real. And they talk about, we're not going to go to the bathrooms by ourselves anymore. So we get to see these guys, I guess, at least one more time over the course of the next several weeks, because they're the special guest correspondents. These guys are not celebrities. Name one person on the SNL cast that's actually funny. I'll wait. Name just one. So we get the promo from Triple H to Batista after Ric Flair was attacked last week at the end of Raw. Very passionate promo. Very passionate. This, to me, honestly, was my favorite part of Raw tonight. Without a doubt, this was my favorite part. This was a very real, very emotional promo. And I hope WWE did not butcher this promo, because it was a fantastic promo. So I'm going to go ahead and play this promo, and then I'll give you guys my honest-to-God thoughts.
I was there last week because of Richard Fliehr.
Fleer, my bad.
Richard Fliehr, the human being, behind Ric Flair. Richard Flair's the man that not too many people have ever met, to be quite honest, but Richard Flair is the guy that I spent years driving up and down the road with, the man that I knew, the man that became one of my best friends, who was there for me in my best times and worst. I was there for his best and worst. He was there by my side at my wedding. I was there by his side, well, at a couple of, I couldn't make all of his weddings.
That was funny. He made a little bit of a joke.
But I was there in the worst of his times. I stood by his side when he buried his son.
He gets very
So
weird.
last week, I was here for Richard Flair,
Yeah, they kind of...
a man who wasn't supposed to be alive anymore on his 70th birthday, to
He brings up the fact that last year we almost lost Ric Flair. I'm sure most of you remember that. Ric Flair in the promo. And he gets very emotional. He talks about... I hate that they cut that shit out. Go 10 minutes. Let the whole promo be on there. Fuck, if you can play a whole John Cena promo, you can play this. And he brings up, you know, Rick losing his kid and being there. He brings up the fact that Ric Flair nearly died last year. He was this close to death. And he brings up how he was scared to look at his phone when it would ring because he was so sure that he was going to get that phone call that Rick was gone. And how hard that was.
him out here for the one thing that I knew he loved more than anything else in the world, standing in this ring in front of all of you.
He gets him this is a very emotional. It had me.
Last week to walk Richard Flair to this ring so that one more time he could be the nature boy Ric Flair for all of you, because it is what he lived for.
Of course, woo chance.
And it didn't happen because of that piece of Dave. You wanted my attention. We all know why. It's no secret. You've cried about it online for the last 2 years. We all know why. And when I got injured in November, I guess you thought that went away. But this time, for the first time in your life, when you didn't get exactly what you want, you couldn't quit. Right? You couldn't quit. You couldn't do what you've always done when you were here. When they didn't give you the reaction you wanted, what'd you do? You quit. When they didn't give you the respect you thought you deserved, what'd you do? You quit. That's what you do. This time you couldn't quit because you couldn't get what you wanted. So what did you do? You attacked a 70-year-old man, lucky to be alive, who was just trying to be out here one more time to live his dream in front of these people, to have one more moment. You took that away from him? And now you wanna pop up on a screen and go bad guy 101 with me. I'm not there because I don't like Philly. Boo. I don't like Pittsburgh either. Boo. We're gonna play this game my way. Wow. Original, Dave. Yeah. So that's what this is. Here's the thing, I don't really care where you want to go, what you want to do. I'll come to your frickin' house, Dave. That work for you? I'll invite you to come to mine. Does that work for you? I will go wherever you are. Movie set, it don't matter. I will come there. Name it.
Triple H still cuts a fucking mean
I
promo.
will be there waiting for you. Have some balls. Show up. It's not something we're putting out there. This is no characters. This isn't a name on a marquee. Yeah, Triple H is who they know. That ain't who you're stepping in with. When when you stand face to face with me, and I don't give a crap where it is, you look in my eyes, you ain't looking at the character, you are looking at the man.
Wish you would just said
You were looking at the man, Dave. Look me in my eyes like a man if you can. Stand up to me. Tell me what you want, and I will give you everything that you want. You want my attention, Dave? You've got it.
Am I going cross-eyed? That was easily best promo of the night. It was to me the best. The whole entire thing was the best part of Raw. I gotta pause this real quick. Ronda Rousey crashes. I hope they actually keep that promo, because that was a good promo. So yeah, they did cut out a lot, but it was good. And the best part about it, what made it so good, was the fact that he brought the realistic aspect of it into it, right? He brought up the realism that, and it's really been documented where Dave Bautista, I want a match at WrestleMania. I want a match at WrestleMania. I want a match at WrestleMania. Let me do my career. Let me finish my career. And then he brought up the fact that the rumor was Batista Triple H. Whoa, you thought when I got hurt that meant it was over, but you couldn't quit this time. Oh, they booed you. You quit. Oh, you didn't get the reaction you wanted, that you quit. He brought up both instances where Batista quit for reasons. I'm surprised he didn't bring up the fact that he's quitting Guardians because he was like the director. It's a real thing. I mean, Batista could very well still be a part of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but as of this writing, he's threatening to quit because he ain't getting what he wants. So we'll move on. Stephanie McMahon gets an interview. She talks about last week with what happened with Charlotte, saying she's going to become the champion, and how Ronda dropped the belt. And she says, Charlotte's being a little bit presumptuous. She says, but what Ronda last week was basically disrespectful. So she says, I am vacating the championship. Says, we are lifting Becky's suspension. We are dropping the charges. And at Fastlane, it will be Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship if she signs the hold harmless agreement tonight. So that sets up basically what's going to finish out the night tonight. We get Dean see backstage where Roman's talking like, look, man, why are you back here? I thought we were done with this. If there's a seat next to me in the locker room, bro, if you want it. And Dean just kind of, I got to stay focused. And he walks off. So then we get this gauntlet match with Heavy Machinery versus the B Team versus the Ascension versus Hawkins and Ryder. So Otis and Tucker, they're no longer Otis Dosovich and Tucker Knight. They're just Otis and Dosovich, or Otis and Tucker. They dropped their names too. Go figure. It's too much to say. Drop it. We can't say hard words. We want to make it easy for people. Trash Compactor to beat the B Team. Let's see. Ascension actually kind of wore them down a little bit during this match. But you got Otis who got the hot tag. He cleaned house. He did a Vader bomb. Otis did a Vader bomb to eliminate the Ascension on Connor. Hawkins and Ryder got in. I knew they weren't winning. At this point, you knew Heavy Machinery was going to win this match. Otis with Hawkins hits this huge slam. Tucker, clotheslines Zack Ryder out of the ring. Otis does the caterpillar, which for some reason Renee Young cannot seem to understand. It's not the worm, it's the caterpillar with a humongous elbow at the end. And he got the pin for the 3 count, and they win this match. And for some reason, my shit keeps falling. So we see more of Mr. Colin and this Michael guy backstage. They're walking back. EC3 is back there just standing there with a spray bottle. And even when they walk away and you see him in the back with no lights on him, you just see his silhouette, he's still just standing there like this. And then you got Titus Worldwide, Titus O'Neil, Titus Catering, Titus, who does shit, went in a picture with him. No Way Jose and them dancing around. And then we get the Torrie Wilson Hall of Fame package. Again, if you want to hear my full thought and full opinion, I have it up. My news coverage of where I go on for about 20 minutes about why the fuck is Torrie Wilson in the Hall of Fame. I noticed they edited out, she's a cover girl. Well, she's a Playboy cover girl. But they didn't bring it up. They're going to get rid of it. Oh, she was a cover girl. Torrie Wilson was a cover girl, guys. Well, excuse me, WWE, what magazine was that for? Oh, it was a very prestigious magazine. Very prestigious. Charlotte Reigns' interview about Fastlane, she basically says, look, I know Becky's going to sign. Her ego just won't let her. She's going to. But then I'm just going to basically put her on the shelf for good, and I'm going to injure her, and I will be the Raw Women's Champion. That's basically what it came down to. See Seth backstage, who literally pours his heart out to Dean. He's like, look, man, are we going to do this? Are we going to do this, man? We're wrestling soulmates. He says, whether we're on a team or I'm against you, we are wrestling soulmates. He says, Dean's like, look, I appreciate what you did last week, but no, I got to do this on my own. And he just steps away. So Seth leaves. So Dean still saying no to a reunion. So our match is Dean Ambrose. My stuff just never wants to stay. I need like a clipboard I can go clip. And I can just actually keep my notes actually together. Because it's so close to my camera. Dean Ambrose against Elias. Elias is running down Philly when they come back from commercial. You know how I know I'm in Philly? Because I saw an Eagles fan doing something. Or he even takes a shot at a kid saying no matter what these kids do, they'll never amount to nothing. I'm like, damn. So the match was an okay match. It was just Dean beating him up and then Elias getting, the comeback. And then Dean selling his back from the Guitar shot. Just back and forth. Dean hits Elias goes for a plancha and misses, so Dean hits a suicide dive. Clotheslines, elbow, starts to build some momentum. Elias hits him from behind, takes advantage, but then Ambrose fights back, hits a neck breaker, tries to climb top rope but ain't able to. Gets up on the top rope finally because he's slow because of his back. Goes to jump off with his elbow. Elias jumps, hits him with the knee to his face, the high knee, hits the drift away, 1, 2, 3, Elias wins, Elias walks away. So I guess that means that's it. No more Elias, no more Dean Ambrose. Afterwards, Reigns and Rollins come out. They're insisting to reunite. They're just, come on, man, are we going to do this or not? And Dean's just very standoffish, and he just keeps telling them, don't put all this on me. And they're like, dude, no one's putting nothing on you. And he walks away, and he starts to leave through the crowd. Well, then Baron Corbin comes out, along with McIntyre, and he's like, come on, guys. I know we're in the city of brotherly love. Can we give this a break? McIntyre says that, this is no longer the Shield. This is just 3 broken men who are like stray dogs. Brings up that this isn't no return that Roman wanted, and, basically says, we were going to challenge you guys to an epic match. But instead, we're just going to end this tonight. And they go in and they start attacking Seth and Reigns. You see Dean up in the aisleway, and Dean's just like... So he runs back down, gets in the ring. They clear house. So Roman, he's fiddling with his hair, and he's like... And he puts the hand in first. And then Seth, he puts in. And Dean's just pacing back and forth behind him. And Seth's like, come on! Come on! And I'm just like, oh, this is so weird and so awkward. And Dean just comes in and goes, ah! And I'm just like, God, man. So the Shield bump, they're all buddy-buddy again. The Shield is one big happy family, I suppose. So the Shield are back. And not even 15 minutes after this. Oh, guess what? It's going to be those 3 versus these 3 at Fastlane. One last time. They even mentioned at the beginning of the Tamina-Sasha match that Dean, this is going to be the last time because Dean is deciding not to renew his contract. And I'm like, wait a second, they're actually bringing it up on television? And... Corey Grace is like, why would he do that? She's like, well, maybe there's, he's going on to greener pastures. Very supportive of her husband, of course. But I'm not totally against this. Don't get me wrong. I think it's rushed. But I'm not totally against this because I have always been a Shield fan. I know JD's going to shit on it. Why do we need a Shield reunion? I know he's going to have something negative to say. Probably because it doesn't make sense, which is what a lot of people are saying. It doesn't make sense. And in a lot of ways, no, it doesn't. But they did at least attempt to give you a logic. And I know I'm going to be included in his group of idiots, and that's fine. I can live with that. Because to me, I see them attempting to give you logic. Does it make complete sense? No, because you can't make it happen in one night. In real life, Roman, I understand. He had a life-changing experience happen, so his perspective is different than, say, Seth's or mine or anyone else's. You know, Seth doing the Valiant thing, okay, as your friend, I will do this. I will reunite with him. But then he's like pushing it, like, come on, man. Come on, we're buddies, remember? Come on, we're soulmates, buddy. It felt rushed. But I'm cool with it. And if Dean is really leaving, it makes sense that they're rushing it. But does it have to happen? No, we didn't need a Shield reunion. Is it the worst thing in the world that could happen? No. It's giving, Roman something to do until after WrestleMania when they decide, well, what do we want to do with him? JD from New York, most of you probably know, he didn't want Roman having a single match till after WrestleMania. You really think they were going to do that? Come on, man. You set yourself up for failure. So that's all I'm going to say, is I'm not against this happening. I'm not. It could have been worse. We could have actually had Roman challenge Seth, but instead, I just want a Shield reunion. Tamina versus Sasha Banks. This match, garbage. Tamina won after a super kick because Sasha got distracted by Nia Jax, got hit with a super kick, and that's your Raw or your women's tag team title match at Fastlane. I don't know. Raw Tag Team Championship match. The Revival takes on Ricochet and Aleister Black. They before the match said that they are actions will speak louder than words, but that they're ready and they're humbled. The Revival, they try to kind of keep them down. This was another short match, man. Rude and Gable ended up coming out there towards the end of the match. Dash and Dawson were tossed to the outside, and they were attacked by Chad and by Gable and Rude. Glorious, whatever they're calling themselves. I don't even think they have a team name. They attacked him. I don't know if it's for sure. This is probably going to lead to a triple threat match on the pre-show at the pay-per-view, but did they turn heel? Because even after the match, they get in the ring with Ricochet and Aleister Black, and they just kind of start arguing back and forth, and then they get kicked out of the ring, and then you see this cool little spot where they both flip and land real cool. So, match was okay, but it wasn't given no time to breathe. It was given zero time to breathe. I knew Ricochet and Black weren't winning the titles, and I guess this does protect them from taking an L, a clean L. They lost, but by disqualification. But this, I don't know. They still lost. But I guess it protects them. It protects the Revival from taking another loss. And you don't want to put those titles on them yet because they're still in the Dusty Rhodes Classic. We don't even know how that's going to shake out yet. I still see them going to the finals and being at TakeOver New York. I still see that happening. So go watch my NXT review. It's up on the channel. You'll get my full thoughts on the tournament. So then we get to the crescendo, the end of the night. We get to it, right? Now I'm going to play whatever it is that they have for this promo. Whatever it is, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play that for you guys and allow you guys to hear whatever was said.
Certainly need a champion. So at Fastlane, it will be Charlotte Flair going one-on-one against the man Becky Lynch to determine who will become.
Oh, that Becky Lynch t-shirt. I want that son of a bitch too. That's a cool fucking shirt.
But there's just one
it's her
thing,
mug shots. I love
because
it.
Becky, you're clearly not 100%. You need to sign this legal agreement. It's called a hold harmless agreement, which basically means that you won't sue WWE should anything further happen to your knee or any other body part.
I want that t-shirt. It's so simple, but I fucking want it. It just looks awesome. It's worth the shirt. I do.
Go ahead, Bex. Sign it. Yeah. Unless, of course, Stephanie, you want to go ahead and hand the title to your queen. Yeah, Charlotte, I beat you on one good leg at the Royal Rumble match. If you want, we don't have to wait. I can beat you right here, right now.
It's only 2 minutes 36 seconds, and they're cutting most of this
Hang
out.
on a second, Becky. I can't have that happen because, again, this is business. I need to run this by our legal department. It's got to be notarized. So please, sign this agreement, and then the two of you can go at it at Fastlane.
I don't know. This is going really long. So she signs the contract.
All right. It's official. We have ourselves a Raw Women's Championship match.
Wait a minute!
And then there's Ronda
Ronda Rousey!
coming in.
She's going to have something to say about this.
Ronda's here! Ronda Rousey is here!
Really? That was it? They didn't even show the actual promo. What in the world?
Need a car, even though your credit is
Hold on.
perfect.
Now that's bogus. What the heck? Well, they I don't think they put the right piece on there because clearly that's not at all what was supposed to be there. WWE, you're fudging idiots. You're idiots. So, okay, whatever. I guess I'm not listening to them there. But, let's see. Hold on. I gotta go to my library here. I'm gonna go and just check and see. Alright. So, yeah. Ooh, look, Goldberg. So I told you basically what happened. She comes out and says, look, I wasn't giving up the championship. I'd really like it back. And I went on for almost an hour or half an hour on just those three individuals. Look, I'm cool with the triple threat match. I think how this went was dumb. I think it was full of logic holes. Okay? The promo Ronda cut, not a bad promo. Once she actually got to the promo where she started talking to the people about you booed me in my home. Forget all of you. Screw your dreams. Blah, blah, blah. All for all of it. I was all for all of that. Checking this again. They suck. I don't even know what I was looking at. Oh my god, they suck. They just suck, you know what I mean? WWE blows balls. I don't know. There's not much more I can honestly there's not much more I can say because I think I got pretty much all of it out. I vented, you know, Stephanie after the show cut a promo, says, you know, she's not a Becky Lynch fan, but she feels bad for Becky because Becky almost got her arm broke off. Ronda turned heel, which I never really talked about that. I never really said what I had to think about that. I'm okay with it. I mean, she was being booed anyways, but was it necessary? No, not necessary at all for her to be a heel. It's not. So, it's irrelevant to me. It's just irrelevant. So, I don't care. I don't care that she turned heel. I don't give a shit. It's whatever to me. So, that is pretty much, I guess I'm going to call it a night. It's Jesus. It's almost midnight, and I got an early morning. So I want to thank though everyone who came in and decided to watch and join me here tonight. I hope you guys at least enjoyed it. Enjoyed my my epic little rant at the beginning of this. So thank you guys. But I will have a busy day tomorrow. So I will do my best to be here for SmackDown tomorrow night. And but I will definitely be here Wednesday for NXT. If for whatever reason I'm not here for SmackDown tomorrow night, I will do a review as quickly as I possibly can. It just depends on how much I get done tomorrow. I got a couple days worth of work, and I got a long night tomorrow night doing more content for you guys, a review and so on and so forth. So, but expect to see me tomorrow night for SmackDown, because SmackDown deserves its love too. And it's the final show. It's the go-home show for Fastlane this weekend. Some programming notes though. 2K19 Fastlane, that will be this weekend. You see the match preview for that on Friday. Also, Saturday will be the preview and predictions for Fastlane for the actual pay-per-view. Your Best of the Best countdown. You guys got a brand new episode of that coming this weekend. The subject has not quite been decided completely, but I am working on that. Plus your number 4 for your WrestleMania countdown. That's this weekend. A busy weekend. A lot of content coming out this weekend. It's a pay-per-view weekend. God, I can't even imagine what's going to be like WrestleMania with. A lot to do. Preview and predictions on Saturday, Friday. Just a couple different videos going out. Match preview. Yo Bro Nation. Episode 6 is this weekend. So, some more Fastlane coverage. But, that's pretty much it. So, all that to come. So I will talk to you guys later, and I will see all of you. Peace out, I suppose.